We continue now at the top of Daf Samach Aleph on Beis Meseches Shabbos. This is Shabbos Daf 61b. We're in the middle of a brisa here about going out on Shabbos with amulets, and the brisa says you should not go out with an amulet that's tied b'shir u'v'tabas, with a bracelet or with a ring. V'yatzo bo b'Rosh Hashanah, go in such a way into Rosh Hashanah misham maris ha'ayin, because that's a problem of maris ayin. Rashi says if you're wearing it in that fashion, it's not clear that you're wearing it for refuah. It could be that you're wearing it as a tachshit, as an ornament, and it's not an ornament. You're really only wearing it because of a choli, so that's the maris ayin over here. So the Gemara says, V'atanya, but didn't we learn in a brisa, Eizehu kamiya mumcha, that what's considered an amulet that's a mumcha, that's proven, kol sharipa gimel b'nei adam kechad, it has to heal 3 people at once. Rashi here says, V'atanya kol sharipa gimel b'nei adam ula el katani, but earlier we learned, kol sharipa v'shana v'shilesh, it said it has to heal 3 times, v'afilu adam echad, even 1 person. So do you need 3 separate people, or can it even be 1 person? So the Gemara says, lo kash, it's not difficult. Ha lemechuye gavra, ha lemechuye kamiya. It depends if we are trying to prove that the person who made the amulet is an expert, or if we're trying to prove that the amulet itself is proven. Rashi here explains, Rashi says that when you have 3 people, in general, it's usually 3 different illnesses. And we're also talking about 3 different amulets. They're not similar. We're trying to say that the gavra, the person, should be considered an expert in all kamiyim that he's going to make in the future. That's why you need 3 different people in such a case. Skipping to the next Rashi, when we're talking about 3 times, that's talking about 1 sickness. This particular lachash, this particular amulet worked 3 times. It doesn't matter 1 or 3 people. We're talking about the fact that we're trying to prove the kamiya effective. We see that this kamiya is effective through this person. Or even if 3 separate doctors wrote it, then this particular kamiya would be good no matter who writes it. But that's 2 different things, is to prove the person an expert and to prove the kamiya an expert. Gemara now continues. Amar Rav Papa says, Pshitali, it's obvious to me, Tlos kamiyad, Tlos gavri, Tlasa zimni. Let's say you have 3 different amulets for 3 people and they work 3 times. Ismichi gavra v'ismichi kamiya. With such a situation, both the person and the amulet have been proven effective. Tlasa kamiya l'tlasa gavri, if you have 3 amulets for 3 people, chad zimni, each one time. Gavra ismichi, then the person who wrote them is proven. Kamiya lo ismichi, but you haven't proven the amulets, only 1 time each. Chad kamiya l'tlasa gavri. Now let's say you have 1 kamiya for 3 different people. Kamiya ismichi, then the kamiya would be proven effective. Gavra lo ismichi, again, the person would not be proven effective. Boy, Rav Papa asked, Tlasa kamiya l'chad gavra mai. What if I had 3 kamiyas for all work on 1 person? What's the halacha? Kamiya vaday lo ismichi. Now the kamiya obviously is not, because each one only worked 1 time. Gavra ismichi or lo ismichi. But what about the person who made it? Is he proven or not? Mi amrinan ha'asile. Do we say that it healed him, so it shows he's an effective person who can write kamiyas? Odilma mazla dehai gavra hu dekamekabel ksava. Or maybe we say it's the fortune of this person who's receiving the amulets. This particular ill person has even if he had, let's say, 3 separate illnesses, Rashi has that discussion about that, but this person, it shows that it's very effective on him. It doesn't necessarily mean that it would be effective on other people. So that's the question about whether this person who wrote the amulets is considered proven to be effective or not. Gemara now continues at the 2 dots in reference to kamiyas. Iboilu kamiyan yesh ben mishum kedusha odilma ein ben mishum kedusha. The Gemara says that there was a question in the Beis Medrash: do the amulets, are they considered holy or are they not considered holy? The Gemara says lamai hilchasa. Regarding what issue are we talking about when we say are they considered holy? If you say we're talking about saving them in case there's a fire, they need to be saved because they're considered holy, Tashma, I'll bring you a proof. It says habrachas v'hakamiyan, if you have brachas and if you have kamiyan, afa pishayesh ben osios ume'inyanos harabe shebetorah, even though they have letters, they have many inyanim in the Torah in them. Ein matzilin osan mipnei hadaleka. You do not save them in case of a fire, we allow them to burn in their place. So that's clearly answered by the Brisa. Maybe it's regarding whether you have to bury them when you're no longer using them. Tashma, I'll bring you proof for that as well. It says, if you have, let's say, the amulets, the formula for the amulets, the writing for the amulets is written on the handles of various utensils or on the legs of beds, yogurt, you should cut them off, and you have to put them into geniza, you have to bury it. So that's also obvious from that brisa. Rather, the question is, are you allowed to enter with these things into the bathroom? What's the halacha? Yesh ben kedusha v'aser, are they considered to have kedusha and it's aser, or dilma ein ben kedusha v'shari? Maybe they don't have kedusha and it's permitted. Tashma will bring a proof. It says v'lo b'kmiya b'zman she'eno min ha'mumcha. It said in the Mishnah, you're not allowed to go out on Shabbos with a kmiya if it's not by an expert. Hamin ha'mumcha nafik, but if it's from an expert, you would be allowed to go out on Shabbos. V'i amir kmiyan yesh ben mishum kedusha. Now, if you say that kmiyan have kedusha, zimnin de mitztorech lebeis hakisei. Sometimes you're going to need the beis hakisei. V'asi le'isuyin hu dalet amos b'rshus rabim. And now you're going to have to take it off because you're going to go to the bathroom, and you're going to end up carrying it 4 amos in Rosh Hashanah. So why should it be allowed? Gemara answers, well, maybe the Mishnah is only talking about it's only allowed. Remember, this is all a diak from the Mishnah, but maybe it's only allowed when it's a kamiyah without words on it. It's just made of roots or herbs. Only that kind of kamiyah is allowed. So then you don't have a concern because you don't have to take it off for the bathroom. The Gemara says that's not true. Vatani, we learned in a brisa, echad kamiyah shal ksav, echad kamiyah shal ikar. Doesn't matter what kind of kamiyah. Even if it has writing on it, you're allowed to go out with it. If it's proven to be from an expert, you're allowed to take it out to Rosh Hashanah. And rather we need to answer, maybe if we're talking about a chola his life is in danger, so then he is an exception. He can go into the bathroom with the kamiyah, and only such a person can take the kamiyah out to Rosh Hashanah. The Gemara says, Vatanya, but we learned in a brisa, that it's not true. It doesn't matter if the chola is in danger or not in danger. In either situation, the person can go out. So again, question is, if you're not allowed to bring it into the bathroom, how are you allowed to do this? So the Gemara says, rather, Kavan Demasi, since this thing is proven that it heals, right? Since we know that it's reliable, even if the person would carry it in his hand, it would be fine. And therefore there's no concern, even if there's no raya, because even if a person was allowed to go into the bathroom with this kamiyah, we wouldn't be worried that the person's going to even I should say the other way, even if a person would not be allowed to go into the bathroom with this kamiyah, we're not worried that he's going to take it off and carry it, because the truth of the matter is, you can carry it in your hand and it's not considered carrying. Rashi says, it's considered an ornament for him. Even if you carry it 4 amos with his hands, he would not be chayv. So there's no proof from the Mishnah. The fact that you can take it out is not a proof. We shouldn't prove from that you are not allowed to enter the bathroom with this thing. It could be you're not allowed to enter the bathroom, and still it wouldn't be a problem because you're in fact allowed to carry it in your hands. That is the end of Daf Samech Aleph Amud Beis, and we'll continue in the next video with Daf Samech Beis Amud Aleph.